This is chapter number 4, climate. We are taking question and answer. Next question is, describe the regional variations in the climatic conditions of India with the help of suitable examples. So when the region change, the climatic condition also change. So there are regional variations in the climatic conditions, and the examples can be like this, that in the months of December and January, these are the coldest in the northern India. This region, it's coldest, where the temperature ranges between 10 degree to 15 degree, and it goes maybe, at the peak time it goes 0 degree, 1 degree sometimes. So in summer, the mercury occasionally touches 50 degrees centigrade in some parts of Rajasthan desert, especially in the Thar area. So it goes up to 50 degrees centigrades. Not every time, but it touches that height. Whereas it might be around 20 degree in this place, which is near Srinagar, around 100 kilometers. So this is Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. On a winter night, temperature at Dras, so there is a pass at Jammu and Kashmir, and this may be as low as minus 40 to minus 45 degrees centigrade. This is not, we are talking about Srinagar, but we are talking about a specific place, Dras. So it goes to minus this temperature. But if you go at the same time to say Thiruvananthapuram, then or Trivandrum, you'll get it as 22 degree at the same time. And the basic reason is that we are from 37 degree, between 8 degree and 37 degree. So there are a lot of latitudes, and as I said, that at one latitude it changes around 110 kilometer. So India is a vast country. The latitudes are different, and every latitude has all these conditions, like we have sea here, we have land here, we have a world's largest plateau this side, we have desert area here. So many things are with us, and we also have these Himalayas. So this affect the various temperature at different region. That is not, we are talking about India, because India is just a region. It's a land, it's a water, right? So if you just think beyond India, this region, this place or landmass has different you can say variations in the climatic conditions. When we talk about precipitation or rain, it varies from over 400 centimeter here, Meghalaya, 400 centimeter to less than 10 centimeter in the cold desert, which is the Ladakh region, and the western Rajasthan. Less than 10 centimeter. Can you imagine? 400 centimeter here and less than 10 centimeter here. And if you see these coastal region where we have sea, or you can say this is a peninsular region, or the Ghats here, then the temperature pattern don't show the much variation, neither the diurnal variation is there, because there is a moderating factor which is called water here, the sea, the ocean. Discuss the mechanism of monsoon. So monsoon happens like this. We have the equator here. So we have trade winds because of the sun direct heat here. So the air rises, and when the air rises, there is a low pressure area. So the trade winds, they reaches here to fill it. But when these trade winds cross these, you can say this is, you can say northern hemisphere, and this is southern hemisphere. So when these trade winds cross because of the Coriolis law or the Ferrel law, they change the direction. And here we have India. So here we have India. So these winds, because of this Deccan Plateau, because it is also getting heated at that time, because sun has changed the direction because of the axis of the earth. Now the sun is the most heated area is this one. So there is a low pressure area. So these winds, which were supposed to go like this, they are attracted towards in order to fill this low pressure area. So this is how they enter. This is how they enter, like this. So the climate of India is described as monsoon type. And what are the factors which are affecting the climate? Latitude, altitude, pressure, wind system, and the distance from the sea, the pressure, the surface winds, and the relief feature. So India lies in the region of northeasterly winds. So this is north, this is south, and this is east, and this is west. So these are the northwesterly winds. These winds originate from the subtropical high pressure belt here in the northern hemisphere and come from Asia. This deflected to the right due to the Coriolis force, as I just mentioned, and move on towards the equatorial low pressure area. So in summer, the low pressure area develops over the internal. Now in the summer case, this is the winter case, but we are talking about summer case here. So in this summer time, as I just explained you through the diagram, in the summer, the low pressure area develops over entire interior Asia and northwestern India, like this. So here also and here also. This causes complete reversal of the direction. So the winds which were moving like this, now they are moving like this. So there is a complete reversal of the direction of the winds during summer. So air moves always from the high pressure to area over the southern Indian Ocean. So this is the southern Indian Ocean, and crosses the equator. As I just suggested, they cross the equator. This is the equator, and turns right towards the low pressure area over the Indian subcontinent. So these are known as southwest monsoon. This is south, this is west. So this is southwest monsoon winds. So these winds blow over the warm oceans, gather moisture because they are over the warm ocean, and bring widespread rain over the mainland of India. The upper air circulation, because there is thing going on everywhere, right from where we are standing till the end of the troposphere. So the upper air circulation in this region is dominated by the westerly flow. The duration of monsoon is around 100 to 120 days from early June to mid-September, and the southern oscillation and jet streams also affects the monsoon. So not only these winds, along with that the jet streams along the ocean currents, everything they add up and they create monsoon. Not only one thing will create monsoon. Please understand that. Then comes the withdrawal or retreat of monsoon. Now the monsoon which has come like this, it is starting, it has lost its speed, the wake, the intensity and the water. So the withdrawal or retreat of the monsoon begins in the states of India by early September, and by mid-October it withdraws itself completely from here, that is the northern half of the peninsula. And by December, the monsoon is already gone, or it has already withdrawn itself from rest of the country. Give an account of weather conditions and characteristics of the cold season. Now we are talking about Sheet Ritu, cold season. So the cold weather season begins from November in northern India, and it stays till February. So December, January, these are the 2 months in between, which are the coldest months in the northern part of India. So if we talk about this November, December, January, February, these two are the coldest ones. The weather is normally marked by clear sky, temperatures are low, humidity is low, and there is a feeble variable winds. The days are quite warm, but the nights are very cold. Frost is common in the northern region. So here we have the Tusharapath or frost. And if you go to higher slopes of Himalayas, you will experience the snowfall. And during this season, the northeast trade winds. So this is north, this is south, and this is east, and this is west. So northeast trade winds blow from land, this is land, to sea. So they come like this. So they are coming like this. and hence the most of the parts of the country, because they are coming from land, they don't have any moisture. So the country, most of the part of the country, it is dry season. But when it reaches this Coromandel region, that is the Tamil Nadu region, in the time of cold season, because now they have attained the moisture from the warm, this you can say not very warm, but ocean. Now the Tamil Nadu coast, from these winds, they blow here, they get some rainfall here at the Coromandel region. The characteristic feature of this cold weather season over this northern plain is inflow of cyclonic disturbances from the west and the northwest of this region. So the low pressure systems originate over the Mediterranean Sea here and the Western Asia, and move into India along the westerly flow. So the westerly flow jet streams, they bring out these Mediterranean Sea or Western Asian air or winds. So they cause much needed winter rains over this place and snowfall here in the mountain region. So this total amount of winter rainfall is less. It is known as Mahavat, which is small, but it is extremely important for the cultivation of rabi crops in this place. And this peninsular region, this does not have a well-defined cold season. There is hardly any noticeable change in the day and night temperature pattern during the winter due to the moderating influence of the waters here, that is the sea. Give the characteristics and effects of the monsoon rainfall in India. So when we have this region or this time when the monsoon is there, so the climate of India is described, as we just said, as monsoon time. Monsoon refers to the seasonal reversal in the direction of the wind during the year. So the duration of monsoon is 100 to 120 days. So 1 month is 30. So 34s are 120. So it's around 3 to 4 months, or 3 to 3.5 months from early June. So June, July, August and September. So it starts from June, and mid-September around it goes up to. So from, because this is 30, 60, 90 and around 100, it goes like this. So it from early June to mid-September, around the time of its arrival, the normal rainfall increase suddenly here and continuously goes on for several days, and this is known as burst of the monsoon. If you are at Lakshadweep, you will feel that the monsoon has a tendency to have breaks. That is, every time the winds are not giving rainfall. Sometimes they give, sometimes they not, but they will give in these months. So it has dry and wet spells. So in other sense, you can say the monsoon rains take place only for a few days at a time, and then it repeats itself. And this is because of the uncertainty of the different pressure regions which are forming here. And the monsoon is known for its uncertainties. Then the alteration of dry and wet spells, it varies in its intensity, the frequency and the duration. And the distribution of rainfall parts of western coast, that is this one, and the northern eastern India. See, this is northern eastern part, this is northern west. So this is northern eastern part of India. If you see this Assam and Meghalaya, they get around 400 centimeter of rainfall. But if you come here, it is less than 60 centimeter if you talk about Rajasthan, parts of Gujarat, Haryana and Punjab. And Kashmir receives low rainfall. And when the monsoon retreats, or the withdrawal of monsoon begins, when the southwest monsoon winds weaken and start withdrawing gradually. And by beginning of the October, the monsoon withdrawal from the northern plains, by the beginning of the October, by mid-October, say 15 October, it withdraws completely from the northern region of the, you can say peninsula, and then by early December, the monsoon has already withdrawn itself from the rest of the India. What are the effects of monsoon? So India, traditionally, we are agriculture economy. Traditionally, been an agricultural country with more than 50%, 54 around of its population dependent of directly or indirectly on agriculture. So large part of country's agriculture is mainly dependent on these monsoon rains. And there is a great variation in rainfall received by different parts of the country. Sometimes it leads to floods. Sometimes its absence or low rainfall, some place may face drought-like conditions. So Indian landscape, its animal, the plant, the agriculturalist, the agricultural calendar, the life of the people, including their festivities, they all revolve around, or they are all near this phenomena which we would call as monsoon. So monsoon winds bind the whole country. It's a binding power by providing water to set the agricultural activities in motion. So it is often irregular in its arrival. Its retreat sometimes disturbs the farming schedule of millions of farmers all over the country. But now they have understood this. Let us see the map skills. So we have to outline map of India showing the areas receiving rainfall over 400 centimeter. So let me take you to another map which shows like this. So we have a map here. So above 400, if you see above 400, these are these, right? So this part, these are above this part. So this part, and this part, they are above 400 centimeter region. An area receiving less than 20 centimeter of rainfall. So 20 centimeter and less is this region. So this is the region we are talking about. This is the region we are talking about. These are so less. These are the region. Because if you talk about these areas, they get somewhat, but certain places they just don't get. If you see, some places they just don't get because these are the places on the right hand side of the Western Ghats. So this is the main region we talk about, and some regions here. The direction of the southwest monsoon over India. So here we have on the 1st June. So they actually go like this. They enter like this. They enter like this. This is the way. 1st June, 5th June, 10th June, the wind reaches Mumbai, and this is how by in the difference of few months they reach here, and they change their positions also. So this is all about the question and answer of this topic. We'll be taking some important questions shortly for this topic. Till then, thank you so much. Take care of yourself.